So we have seen that this keystroke attack can have really devastating effects on a machine, and we demonstrated that with initially with very simple scripts. But I can totally assure you that the damage that it can cause to your computer and your information that's on them can be total, and there should be no doubt about that. Now, most importantly is how to protect yourself against such an attack. You should be aware of this, but just to make sure, always keep your computer locked. And this is very important, and this is such a basic mechanism or how you can ensure that such an attack will not have an effect on your machine, at least this kind of attack. And this is important because the USB device will not be able to unlock your computer and to run those commands. So it needs to be in an unlocked state for it to work. If it's unlocked, it is very little to take effect. All the commands that come at a very rapid pace, and everything that's delaying it are only the delay commands in between. But apart from that, somebody can pretty easily install a piece of software that takes control of your computer in basically in a couple of seconds. So very important, keep your computer locked. Of course, you should have a password. Of course, you should have an account with a password, so no automatic login or something like that, because this will really make no sense. And you should keep your computer locked in an office or in an environment where eventually other people can have access to your computer. If you are like at home, then it really doesn't make a lot of sense. So you cannot be affected by that. Generally, try to be suspicious when inserting USB sticks in your computer altogether. So if you probably bought them in a store or from a reliable source, you should probably not worry about it. If you found one on the street or somebody gave you a USB stick at a conference, well, you should be at least aware of the risk which this poses and should try to avoid something like that as much as possible. Additionally, to protect yourself, if you are under Windows, you can establish a group policy that really forbids the installation of new keyboards. And from this point of view, you will have a software protection that takes care that this doesn't happen. Additionally, there's a piece of software called GData USB Keyboard Guard, which effectively detects such of a keystroke injection attack and will be able to defend against it. It's a free piece of software, which I invite you to download, install, and actually test that it's working as expected. Or there's another open source tool called Duck Hunter, which basically detects unusual keystrokes. For the moment, the project seems kind of dead and it only works on Windows, but it might be worth having a look at it and see if it fits for your use case. I haven't found any software that actually protects macOS or Linux systems. If you are aware of any kind of software that does that, just drop me a comment. I haven't seen anything that would really protect a macOS or Linux user. I had it sometimes on macOS that I get a warning when I insert a USB device telling me that this is an unrecognized device or an unrecognized keyboard, and it's not actually starting to run it. And it's inviting me to do something about it. But it hasn't been consistent. It hasn't always been the case. And with different devices, I basically have no guarantee that this will work at that level. If I will manage to find something, I will keep you updating on this topic. Probably, as you noticed, at least on an operating system level, there's nothing that has been done so far, or at least it's very hard to get this to get this fixed. And this is why, for the moment, it seems that the only possibility of really protecting yourself with a software version is to have some kind of tool which basically detects this keystroke injection attack and basically blocks it.